So somebody recently requested that I do a video on fragrances that smell like old money. So here we go. Now, before I begin the video, I do want to mention that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, hit subscribe, hit the bell, give this video a thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to me. So, of course, old money versus new money. Old money is all about inherited wealth, and of course, a lot of people tend to associate it with having this ingrained knowledge of wealth management. It's all about poise, class, refinement, social etiquette, so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and talk about some of these old money fragrances in my collection. In the number 10 spot, we have Vetiver by Guerlain. Yes, I do have the older presentation of this fragrance. Oh, it's so good. And I'm not a fan of vetiver. I actually like some of the cleaner varieties of vetiver. This one is a bit on the darker side of things. Of course, for a more contemporary rendition, you can go with Tom Ford's Gray Vetiver, but this stuff is really, really good. I actually have like 2 or 3 bottles of it. Something a bit more on the powdery side of things. This is a lavender-based fragrance by Tom Ford. This is Beau de Jour. Also gets a lot of talk, a lot of praise in the community, but it seems like it caters to a certain clientele, like the people who typically wear Tom Fords, especially not in the signature line, but the private blends. They prefer their oud woods and their tobacco vanilles. This one is one of the unsung heroes, but those who love it, they love it. By Fabbrica della Musa, this is called Sette Miglia. This is a beautiful, bright, citrusy, sort of a petitgrape neroli scent. It does have some fruity touches with this undercurrent of moss. The next fragrance is a little bit on the ambery side of things. This one by Parfum Nicolai is called New York Intense. This stuff is also very bright, citrusy, kind of reminds me of Scandal by Roja Parfum, but it's very, very good. The next one is Vanilla and Lavender. Also a little bit on the powdery side of things, but it takes it in a bit more of a modern direction, which I really, really appreciate. Very refined and elegant. By Histoire de Parfum, this one is called 1725 Casanova. I love this one. This is the scent that I was wearing the day my daughter was born, and I am a huge, huge fan. Again, very nostalgic, brings back a lot of really fond memories for me. Now here is a powerhouse. This harkens back to some of the better days of perfumery. This one by Guerlain is called Heritage, and I really do love this one. Again, very mossy, very earthy. You do have a little bit of a floral presence in the heart, some geranium, but it's really well done. By Naughton and Wilson, we have Gravitas Pour Homme. This one is also lavender with some green elements in the dry down, and of course with a name like Gravitas, you know this is going to be a bold composition. I also really like Bon Vivre. That one is a bit more on the citrusy side of things, but I enjoy wearing both equally. We also have Equipage by Hermes. Now this one is leather and geranium. So it's bright, it's minty, it's fulfilling. It has a bit of a bright presence in the opening, but it also has that darkness underneath on account of that leather. It's really one worth checking out. In the number 2 spot, and I could have very well put this in the number 1 spot because I love this one so much. The first opportunity I had to purchase a bottle, I knew I had to right away. By Penhaligon's, this one is called Sartorial. Absolutely phenomenal. The powdery lavender, it's a little spicy. It has this smooth, musky base. The perfumer is Bertrand Duchaufour. He's somebody who can do no wrong in my eyes, or nose for that matter. But the fragrance that I saved for the number 1 spot, it's by Roja Parfum. Now here's the thing, I could have used Scandal, I could have used Danger, I could have used Reckless. There are a lot of Roja fragrances in my collection that I think kind of conveyed this wealthy vibe. Diaghilev is another fantastic one. Now that I think of it, that one could have very well been at the top of my list, but I chose this one because it's green, it's mossy, it's elegant, but it conveys that sense of elegance without trying too hard. And I actually made this my scent of the day today, and I am so satisfied with how it made me feel throughout the entire day. The performance is incredible, and it just has this beautiful, exquisite, mossy base. This one is Harrods Pour Homme. Believe it or not, I have 2 bottles of this. I love this stuff. Let me know, what fragrances do you wear that convey either an old money vibe or a new money vibe or any money vibe? Because we know money is tough nowadays, and you know, this is not a cheap hobby. Drop your comments down below. Always love the interaction. And of course, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you took anything of value from today's video. Thank you again so much for tuning in. I love you all. We'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.